Hi there, this is Professor Bauer. Welcome to week number 5. We are transiting the meridian halfway home. Summer quarter. Um, our focus this week is really on the Arch Assurance case study. I've called this the guide for the perplexed, and if past is any prologue, you may be thinking, wow, I have a big assignment coming up and I'm not quite clear on it. Well, watch the video and get ready for what I hope will be some ways in which we can set you up for success. Okay? All right. Okay, we'll look at the assignment and the weekly deliverables. And as we've mentioned probably painfully by now, there's a little bit of work each week, and then you don't freak out when the first installment is due next week. And so you got plenty of time, so don't freak out yet. But it's time to get really concerned. Okay, we'll do the we'll do a very deep dive on the details, and we'll walk through the assignment deliverables. We'll have a weekly checklist, and upcoming class tomorrow night, we're going to get down. We're going to get down. We're going to get down to the real nitty gritty on this. So I don't want anyone to be freaked out about this. Okay. All right. We're now in the technology architecture side of things. We've gone through business and information systems, and this is kind of the next of the major phases here. And you know, the architectural layer is foundational. You've got to think it through, and we're going to try to describe this with TOGAF, the inputs and outputs, so you'll have that. We started on that theme a couple of weeks ago, and we're making progress here. Complete the readings, look at the lecture material, but we are going to work on Arch Assurance with all our might, and we'll get into it tomorrow night for sure. So we went through what week 3 was. Mainly it was getting getting familiar with all the materials, making sure you could install and download, and if you couldn't, you could find the G drive. Last week, reviewing, reading, looking at the inputs in the various layers and the outputs, and then we're going to this week review the case study materials, analyze the inputs from the technology layer and the outputs from the technology layer. And again, you've got that handy dandy little diagram for that. We'll look at the network diagram, and we'll start putting together what is our draft of this bad boy. What are the required changes at each level of the architectural framework? What are the levels of the architectural framework? Okay, so we'll get down to that in very specific detail tomorrow night. How does Archie and ArchieMate can be of assistance in planning this? What is my role as the enterprise architect in this process? What are the inputs? How do we define the baseline, the target enterprise architecture? What are the outputs and how they're used? Lots of things to think about. And of course, next week, the end of the week, the paper is due. So it's 200 points. It's a 4-week assignment worth major points. So plan your work. Hopefully you're working on it now. Work your plan. See if you can get comfortable with the software and be able to manipulate it. We've got some helpful tools there that I think you should be able to tweak some of the diagrams, or at least use the ones that you can extract from the case study PowerPoint, the PDF file. So anyway, next week, and that is not May 14th. Sorry about that. That is tomorrow night. July 14th. Sorry about that. I'm only 2 months behind. We'll walk through every step of this. So don't freak out. It's going to be fine. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow night. Bye bye now.